Diddy Docket for June 17th. Before anybody got on the stand, the judge reprimanded the prosecution and defense attorneys over an article he received that included details of a sealed proceeding that was held on Friday. He pretty much said that one of them was lying. He made it known that either the lawyers or somebody in that courtroom had violated his orders. He was going to start an investigation. Anybody who violated his order would be subject to some type of punishment, either a criminal contempt or sanctions. He did let the attorneys know what the jury knew about juror number 6 being excused from the jury. They only knew that he had been dismissed. They did not discuss any details on why he was dismissed. He let them know that they were not to discuss this issue amongst themselves. Special Agent Penland from the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York is back on the stand. She shows the jury records for flight and hotel reservations made for an escort back in 2009, and it was paid for with Diddy's American Express card. They also saw text messages between the escort and Cassie, his ex-girlfriend, thanking them for sending over the flight information to make sure that he got home. The jury is also shown hotel bills for somebody by the name of Dave, that the hotel reservation was put in the name of another assistant of Diddy's, his chief of staff, Christina Quorum, as the point of contact, that these rooms were paid for by Diddy's credit cards, but the credit card statements were linked to 5 different bank accounts, including some linked to Bad Boy Entertainment and Combs Enterprise. So he did not use just his personal bank accounts to pay off these credit card statements. He used some of his business accounts. The records show a flurry of text messages and phone calls after the hotel incident in 2016 that included his security D-Rock, his chief of staff Christina, Cassie telling him that, she was bruised, she had a black eye, and that she could not believe that he did this to her. Why was he still contacting her after the incident was over? They talk about how Diddy needs to leave, that the cops have been called. He is answering like, I really need you, don't let this happen. So it just shows a lot of communication going on after the incident in 2016. This time frame also included text messages between Diddy and his then assistant named Ellie. Christina Quorum also reached out to the assistant asking, did you get the security's number? The records show phone calls between Diddy and the hotel security guard, Eddie Garcia, who has previously testified. They did also recover from Christina Quorum's phone a photo of Garcia's license that corroborates what he said earlier, as far as Diddy showing him his license to intimidate him into purchasing a copy of the security footage that shows Diddy attacking Cassie. On cross-examination, Diddy's attorney points out that these summary records from the special agent did leave some people out that were involved in some of the meetings and incidents that she testified to, that the government did not include text messages where Cassie seemed enthusiastic or agreeing to the free calls. The special agent just replied that she was not really involved with the case. She only reviewed what the prosecution gave her and made a summary based on that, just making sure that it was an accurate timeline based on information that she had received. Again, she was not there to interpret evidence. Summary witness. She gets information, she summarizes it, and then she presents it for the jury to be able to digest easily. So again, the cross-examination is just to point out that the prosecution did not include some of the text messages that probably does hurt their case and make it seem like Cassie agreed to a lot of these incidents. On redirect, the special agent reads text messages from Diddy after the hotel incident in 2016, where he apologizes to Cassie, after which the judge dismisses the jury. That's all the testimony for today. The judge does clear the courtroom to handle a matter just with the attorney, so it is a sealed matter. The judge didn't mention early in the morning there is another issue with juror number 7, so another jury issue. So I'm assuming that is what they are discussing in this sealed proceeding. Hopefully we'll hear what that issue is tomorrow. But that's all we have for today's testimony. Until next time.